All right. I'm getting bad at these take twos, but once again, we just got through about a half hour of talking, and then I realized the battery was dead on my camera. So if Christie is cranky when we're talking, that's why. It was like pulling teeth to get her to do this too. So thank you for giving me another chance on this. So I'm here with Christie Anderson. She is my wife. She helps me manage O2 Wellness, takes care of a lot of the back end, coaches clients, and she has a large following on social media, has been a competitor, bikini competitor in the past, has a vast background in the fitness industry, and I just wanted to have a chat with you today because you're probably the easiest person around here for me to talk to because you're here every day. At least we're not stuck. When we first opened the place, we were in the smallest office and we shared one desk. That was about, and a desk for one person, and we were shoulder to shoulder the first 3 years. So now we've graduated to 2 separate desks. Still the same office, but it's not bad.
Yeah.
I actually enjoy it.
Yeah.
You do too, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right. So how about you give me your background in fitness, like how you got started, when your first interest peaked in working out, and yeah, just take me through the past 20 years of your life.
Started when I was about 18. We had some free weights downstairs, like a bench press, things like that. My sister would go down and she would work out, so then I kind of watched her.
Your twin sister?
Yeah, my twin sister. So
Yeah.
I would copy the weight training she did. But I was more interested in like the bodybuilding shows, so I started to prep for those, that more like bikini shows and things like that. So yeah, I did those throughout school because I went to school for 4 years at St. FX. I did a few shows, and then I did 2 years at U of A for teaching, and then came back home and realized that I wanted to stay in the fitness industry, so I became a personal trainer and did that until now.
Awesome. Tell me a bit about your competitive background, and that's kind of actually how we met. Yeah, tell me how many shows you've done, which shows, and why you finished competing.
I did 2 shows here. The show I won overall bikini, that's the one we were holding hands. It was your show.
Yeah, it worked out kind of well. We have great pictures of, and I knew she was going to win, but I didn't know her or anything. But we got good stage pictures when she won the overall. So yeah, just have it up in the office here.
That was my last show I did. I don't know, it just wasn't, the dieting wasn't for me. I don't like to diet, so.
And that's really the reason you got away from competing?
Yeah, mainly. I found the dieting too hard.
Did you find when you were finished competing, because it seems like a lot of female competitors have a huge struggle with their weight when they finish up a show, post-competitive career, you see a lot of posts, or I have in the past, of people like swearing off the sport and swearing off fitness. And so did you struggle with any of that when you finished competing?
Yeah, I would always rebound my weight, so I didn't really like being, up and down all the time. I just prefer to be one steady weight, which I am now, all the time, just maintain. I find that's just a bit healthier than always, especially on the mind, like being super lean and then gaining a bunch of weight back. It's just hard mentally too. You get body dysmorphia and all that. So I just feel like it's healthier just where I'm at now, just being moderate with everything. So I just don't think I'll compete anymore.
I couldn't agree more. I'm with you on that. So tell me about being a personal trainer. Like, is there a specific client type that you gravitate towards or that gravitates towards you?
trained all different clients. I've trained up to 80 years old.
Okay.
I actually found that really rewarding. She started with the gym when she was 80, so it just shows you can start at any age.
It's amazing.
Yeah, I trained her for 2 years, and she just got so much stronger. We did weight training, so that was really rewarding. Overall, I like any type of client, though. I've loved all the clients I've worked with. I just find clients that are, dedicated, that show up. Like, those are the best, that actually do what you say.
Important.
That's what I like.
Yeah, it's always a vindicating moment when you have a client follow the plan that you lay out and they get results. Because sometimes when you have clients, I'm speaking for you or for both of us, or for myself anyway, it can be frustrating if they're not following what they're kind of paying you to tell them to do.
Yeah.
So it's always vindicating when you get those good clients that just crush their workouts, follow the dietary recommendations that you give them, and consistently put an effort in and show up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels absolutely incredible to see somebody totally change their lives.
Yeah.
I think that's what I love about the fitness industry.
Yeah.
How do you motivate those who haven't worked out, like you talked about your 80-year-old client, if it hasn't been part of their lifestyle? It's like, for me and you, it's very simple, and for others in the fitness industry, to come to the gym every day, it becomes like brushing your teeth. It's just part of your daily routine. How do you motivate those individuals that it hasn't been part of their routine their whole life to make it part of their routine?
I think just the fact that they know that I'm there waiting for them helps a lot, because, they aren't just going to not show up, because then I'll be just there myself. So
you guilt them into it.
Yeah. So definitely having me there, I guess that's why they get a personal trainer in the first place, because it's probably the motivation they're lacking.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's a big thing, just, having me there. And just, we get along really good, I find, with my clients. We do our workout, but we also chat and we talk about other things. So I think just having that relationship with them helps, because it's an enjoyable session as well. So they're working out, but they're also socializing, and we're having a good time. So
I feel the same way. Yeah, like having a relationship with your clients, because it's not rocket science working out. I mean, it can seem a little overwhelming to somebody who's not doesn't have the background in it, but forming that relationship with your client is one of the most important things. I love all my clients. It's something I look forward to seeing them and doing our check-ins and seeing how they're doing. So yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head with building relationships.
Yeah.
Okay. So you have a fairly large social media following, and you've had some content. One video I can think of in particular with your sister that went super viral. I shared to a bunch of large sites, and it's just a video, a very, very cute video of just because Michelle, your sister, has become a religious sister with the Catholic Church, which is awesome. Love seeing her do so well. So it was just because you're twins, it was like kind of a comparison of, how one dresses versus how the other dresses. You were just dressed up nice. Now, this got shared out on some of the bigger sites, and with like 10, 15 million views or something. There was a lot of good comments, a lot of positive comments, but there was also, with, tens of thousands of comments, there comes some negativity. And this was really hard to see for me as your husband, but you seem to take it in stride. How do you feel when you get that kind of, those negative reactions? Because there's a lot of trolls on the internet. How does it make you feel, and how do you approach it?
I think I just expect that there's going to be bad with the good. I don't let the good comments go to my head, but I don't let the bad comments make me feel bad either. I know these people don't know me or my sister personally, so they're more so just projecting.
Sure.
Whatever they're saying, it's how they feel inside. It's nothing to do with us. They don't know us or what we're like. So I try not to take it too personally. I don't know. Maybe they have their own things going on that I didn't
have nothing to do with you.
Nothing to do with me. Regardless, I think it's good to be kind with your words and compassionate to other people, because we're all imperfect in different ways.
Yeah, I think that makes a lot of sense. And when I think about, because, as of late, especially on your social media, when you post something of us together, there's been a lot of comments lately in the last year or so about the age gap. And I think it's because you look a lot younger. I mean, there is 7 years in between us, but you look very youthful. And my beard was graying, so now I dye my beard. But yeah, there was one situation in particular that I was going to go back and forth with somebody that made a comment about me being so old. And, from your input, you told me, try to be witty, don't argue with them. And I actually did that. And it turned out well. Like, the guy was actually quite friendly afterwards. And we've actually, I started following him. I support him in his fitness journey. I see him all the time. It was a good realization that most of these people they don't see you as a real person, so they don't have true malintent with what they're saying.
Yeah, and then when you say something nice, it disarms them, and they end up, saying something nice back rather than you going back and forth, being mean to each other, where it gets nowhere and no one feels good.
Exactly.
Yeah, because I'm more of a spiritual person, so I just feel like, you can have people follow God more if you lead with a place of love and not with hate. So just replying to people, always nice, even if they're mean to you, it does kind of disarm them and make them think, oh, maybe that person isn't so bad.
Yeah, it's amazing to see, and I need to practice it more. Usually I just ignore it, but and that, like, when you think about what celebrities must go through, it must be like absolutely excruciating. And I know Joe Rogan talks about post and ghost, like don't even read the comments because it'll just drive you nuts. But yeah, kudos to them for having the mental fortitude to deal with all of that negativity that comes to them. It was an eye opener for me when those videos for you just kind of exploded. That wow, people can be super mean.
Yeah.
And it just, it hurts. It still hurts.
Yeah. And if it's on another page, I'll just ignore it. Like, it's a waste of time, really, to be all offended by people. Like, they don't.
Yeah. I wasted a lot of time at first because it was getting shared everywhere. And then I got friends messaging me. They're like, hey, did you see this was up? You see what this person was saying? I'm like, I don't know who they are. And I can't argue with all of them.
Yeah. On my own page, though, it was
super
better.
positive.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's social media. There's going to be equal. That's like the world, equal amounts of good and bad in the world. So totally. You can't focus always on the bad. You got to focus on the good. So
I like your viewpoint. You make me a better person. Okay. So how do you navigate the line between promoting body positivity and encouraging a healthy lifestyle without inadvertently promoting unrealistic or unhealthy standards? Because you're beautiful, you're gorgeous, your pictures that you put up are amazing. And do you think that, you have some kind of responsibility to ensure that you're not promoting, having people have unrealistic expectations of what they can accomplish?
I don't really see myself as a role model or think people should look up to me. I kind of just do it for fun. I just kind of see, like, social media is fake. I mean, you got to kind of realize that everyone's posting just their perfect picture and perfect video, so you can't really look at it and think that that's real all the time. And I'm also pretty open about everything I've done, like cosmetic procedures, or, I get everything done, nails, hair, eyelashes.
You're a girly girl.
Girly girl, so
nothing wrong
I'm
with
open
that.
about it. So I feel like, if I was lying and saying I didn't do any of this stuff.
Like Liver King.
Like
Poor Liver King.
I mean, the working out part I do, which is great and healthy, and I think people should follow that and whatnot. But yeah, definitely, it's not I don't wake up looking how I do in the videos I post. It takes a lot of work. So
You still look pretty good when you wake up. But. So I want to thank you for doing a second take on this today. I know. I'll probably hear about it later. But yeah, no, it was great sitting down, talking to you. We're gonna shut the mic off. We'll talk to you for the rest of the day and tonight. But anyway, thanks, Christie.
Yeah, thank you.